get where the fuck is her sheet.
Yeah, sorry.
There
Puts a
it is.
picture of a dead body on the screen.
That would be pretty funny.
Oh my god.
Wait, where
Oh, hi, pretty.
I zoomed in too much. Oh, that token.
Oh,
Yeah.
where? Ah, there.
That's a nice pretty picture.
I don't know.
I don't like the
Anybody that's a woman,
purple.
you say, "Oh yeah, you're pretty."
Huh?
He's down bad.
Listen, there haven't been any pretty men for me to say pretty yet. It's not just.
Go on,
That being said, can Silas and Deet roll me your background information or history if you... Actually, does anyone have history trained?
I don't think I do.
I do have history trained, but I wonder
I
if
do not.
background.
You can use
information-
either one. You can use either one.
Yeah, I think backgrounds. Better.
Holy
Ooh la la.
shit! So, anyways,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You
know
met this
exactly
person.
what I did.
there
Hey, look,
you
it's
go.
your
Whole life
sister.
story.
15 solid.
Alright, I'll start from lower roll upward. So at the 15 mark. Deet, you recognize the icon on her shoulder tabard there, the shoulder cloth. It's a Grafalian thing. You can't recall what the meaning of it is, but you know it's from your neighboring province. You've seen it show up here and there. Silas, with that high-ass roll, that symbol belongs to a certain noble house. Not particularly it's their noble crest, but it's just something that they designate out to their own acquisition force, their own research teams and such like that. Because Grafalian noble houses are heavily steeped in expeditionary work, research, experimentation, stuff like that. Grafal is the powerhouse when it comes to that, because their nobles are literally raised in that environment. And this is no exception. The symbol isn't shared, but similarities of it are shared amongst different noble houses, but this is such a good role. This one in particular, you might have seen it show up in a couple of the books you've seen, because like some publications of their research notes or expeditionary notes get sent out for purchase, basically. This is House Armani. House Armani.
Like the designer brand?
It's as if they're Italian.
That's
or
what I
something.
was thinking of.
It's as if they're Italian or something.
They're right against
yeah.
House Gucci and Supreme.
Sorry.
They make the healing potions.
That's why they're so expensive.
Yeah, but the Gucci's have fallen into
The design.
bad territory. They don't.
I joke about her name. I have like a relationship tracker that I just lower every time.
Did I say one joke about it? Not about her, about the Armanis, but about a separate joke someone's already made. Just,
You can say whatever you want.
just that they're fighting the Gucci house, but the Gucci house has fallen into criminal territory, and now they're the Gucci gang.
Alright, that's a minus in the relationship tracker.
Don't worry, she's to be dead in an hour.
Probably not, knowing our tracker, because she's probably going to accompany us to the final boss fight.
No,
Oh,
she's gonna
probably.
kill us in an hour.
Ah,
Yeah, she keep on making
Lord.
jokes.
Have you administered any healing?
There was no healing to be administered. She has no injuries, and as far as we were able to do medical examination, no internal injury,
how long
hemorrhaging,
after...
bruising, anything.
How long after we went in there, just as where the portal used to be, did she appear?
They think on it. 3 hours.
Actually, that's the point. How long were we in for?
Seemingly
Do not really. Not some Feywild trickery was played. This is merely the next day thereafter.
Okay.
And given that you told us that you took a rest in the Fey's domain, I think things have been relatively congruous.
Good, good. I hear stories of, you go in, you're in there for years, you come out, it'd be, 2 days or some rubbish. But
I think that depends more on the Archfey in charge of that area.
suppose so.
Like it was... Kasai sort of is like spitting something bitter out of her mouth. Kind enough for that.
Yes,
Just to-
indeed.
Captain
should
Bellamy
keep an
steps
eye
back
out.
into the camp.
And Amber, good work finding.
She squints her eyes.
Is this
Are you actually-
they did good, or is it a I have to say this thing?
Yeah, that's exactly it. She's insight checks you.
So-
As I walk over to Bellamy, I'll just say, what is done is done. We can't change that. They would have found us anyways. At least you accomplished something.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Observation.
Shall we have that talk?
Yes, but we can.
I mean, I
It's a
suppose we
I
don't have
suppose
much else
your role
we can do.
is.
Then let us talk. So, here's where we stand. I have 12.5 men with me. Some of you are in worse states than others. Some of you look exhausted, to be honest. That being said, I've talked with my men. They, well, some were given to me, some were picked by me. We are in agreement. There is no need for this mourning to end in bloodshed. D'accord. Are we understood?
I believe we can agree to that.
Good. It is not every day one goes into a arch-phase trials and comes out. Much less comes out in, how to say, good spirits.
Relatively intact.
Indeed. Especially from that wretched little creature she keeps in her domain. So, he just dips his head. Congratulations. Now, as part of my duty, I will implore you again to turn back. But, he looks at you, Dan. I don't think that message will sit with you. In one ear, out the other. Preaching to the wrong choirs. Although I will
pass
say,
the message up.
I don't think it will reach them either. That being
I am
said,
fascinated by your intent of mercy.
do you find it suspicious?
Not maybe an aspect of it, but it's two warring sides, and you're far more peaceful than I thought it would be. Especially when you have such a great advantage to take a thorn out of your side.
Chaplain Bellamy nods at that. Like you're right. You're right.
This wouldn't be a fight at all. This would be a slaughter.
I think you guys will be able to hold for a bit.
Yeah, bet.
Yeah, winning.
Yeah.
Winning would be difficult. Winning would be a retreat.
There would be a cost for sure.
Yeah. I suppose I'm curious as to why. Just simply that. Why? Why bother? Why take your own approach of peacefulness in this case?
Why indeed? Why indeed? Perhaps I believe you are a problem that will solve itself. Or perhaps I have hope that you will see the truth of the North, even if you have, he leans and looks at Kasai, evidence otherwise.
I believe Redane said it earlier, that just because we are on opposite sides doesn't mean we're enemies.
I can reciprocate such, yes. I cannot promise the same for the entire force. I know the chaplain of Madstalker Sylvia will be violent.
Oh boy.
That certainly makes sense.
Indeed, indeed. But you don't have to worry about them for the time being. They are far north from here.
Chaplain,
So, yes.
You are alluding to a greater truth of the North. And
Yep.
I'm assuming this is what we have been sent here to deal with, I suppose. I don't know if you are at liberty to say, or if you even want to, but what exactly are we walking into?
Roll me your persuasion.
This is good. God!
Wait.
Anybody have
Do
inspiration?
you have an inspiration?
Second chance.
Oh!
Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Wait,
I know
it's,
the one you're talking about. I know the one you're talking about.
This one.
Yeah.
Magical guidance.
This thing is so good for you.
1 sorcery point. Oh,
The thing is, like, it might just be worse.
please, I beg of you, roll better than a fucking
Yeah.
4.
I give him
Good.
You can give him a bardic.
Oh, he said
He's
bardic.
redoing the roll.
I got
Yeah.
one left.
That's
Let's
a D8?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn, that's good.
Oh,
Oh my fucking god!
There are some
go.
things that cannot be salvaged.
Oh god, it was just worse. Fuck me. Anybody else have any inspiration?
No.
So, who went, oh
Sorry.
god, in the background?
Yes.
That's brilliant.
So,
There's
13?
nothing to help.
Yeah, just, yeah, 13, huh? That's,
I mean, he's giving us a chance at life, and we're squandering it.
does anyone have an inspiration?
No.
Sorry.
Let's see.
That is a crime. I wonder if any of your NPCs have inspiration.
Please.
There's
Did Vaso get laid inspiration?
no, he got power for getting laid, sorry.
Damn it. Damn it,
I know.
right.
Crap.
Lambert has one. Oh yeah, he got
He
this
does?
one last night.
Ah.
Did
If
he
he's
get laid
won-
inspiration?
I just spent it on not having disadvantage on checks.
Yeah.
I will give you his inspiration. And no, Lambert didn't get laid last night, but you're onto something.
So I just rerolled the die, not the bardic, correct?
You can reroll the whole damn thing. I don't mind. It's just gambling upon gambling.
There's the fucking ticket!
Yeah.
Okay.
I will
Still,
actually.
27.
Lambert intercedes
That makes
from
more
one
sense.
chaplain to another. Let this be true. Your previous mentor. I knew them well. Did you? Yes. We tried to recruit him, but he would have nothing of it. I see. Very well. For the last wishes of your previous mentor and from chaplain to chaplain, as you say, I will inform you. You ask what the truth of the North is. Take what I say with a ration's worth of salt. No? I am biased. I am out here after all. The truth of the North is it is a place of war. Even your own Nevros guide can attest to that. Now, I am well aware that you are sent here on some potentially futile effort of peace, but perhaps it won't be futile. Perhaps it will. I do not know. I do not have the miracle of prophecy as of yet. But the way of things here in the North, more than the wars, the fighting. Think. What do Nevros hold so dear? Their gods. I am not condemning them for their faith in their gods. I'm condemning them for the gods they follow. Gods that might see ruin return to the world. Gods that do not care for politics, for borders, for even the basic rights of man. I refuse to let such gods and their servants lie in wait, ready themselves for the next bout. It has been 10 years since Morn's armistice was declared. 10 years for the Hilllands to grow lax and fallow. 10 years for our opponents to grow in strength. The West Levy, they're not there to defend against the North. They're there to defend the North from us. He shakes his head. War is an inevitability.
So we need to strike at the root of whatever this is.
And one other thing, war is intrinsic to provincial culture as well. Just look how far we've come. We have a god of war, after all. Now, I am not a devotee to Gorshak Krognek, but even I must respect his tenets.
Are you afraid of this war, Bellamy?
Am I afraid of the war? No. I am afraid of losing it, though. The provinces have come so far, but you know what they say. When running a race, a marathon, it is falling at the end that hurts the hardest. To have come so far, just to squander it at the end.
Do you believe the Navros can beat province, as they fail to do year after year?
Year after year, they haven't had the beauty and blessing of peace. They've had 10 years. I do not want a repeat of a Savage Hope incident.
What is Savage Hope? That sounds like an event.
It
That's
is an
what I'm
event.
asking.
Do you remember it? It was in the very first campaign.
That's been a minute.
If you guys want to know, roll your history.
Town? No, it was.
Roll your history.
Wait, hold on. Does this add the history checks? It does. I have a die left. Yeah, fuck it. Well, assuming the history isn't complete ass. You know
Battle
what?
history is well
This might make a
now.
difference.
If you guys want to roll history, be my guest.
Oh my god.
15.
Seems like you guys don't know your provincial history.
Mm.
Or
What are
not
they
in the
teaching
Senate.
children these days?
So this is a bard. You think they know history?
I would
Yes.
hope so.
I sing about it half the time.
Specifically, the bard should know history. Maybe add some flavor in there.
Mm.
Oh, I'll let you.
Yeah, I think. Go on.
Yeah, show them how it's done. Just roll well, right?
Ugh.
Unless
I
you're
don't
choosing
need to
not
roll,
to
I-
today.
I just know it. Yeah.
Yeah, he just.
Oh
knows
yeah,
it.
if you just know it, then there you go.
You believe the Nevros will attack the south again?
I know they will. It is their way.
They will be beaten again. And should that event happen, I will stand side by side with you.
He walks closer to you. He's not terribly far from you in the first place, but he walks even closer to you and looks you like dead in the eye. When that day happens, I'll be happy to have one such as you on my side.
Where he
But
goes, I
until
go.
then, I refuse to condemn them to death out of fear and suspicion.
You can't see underneath his faceplate that well, but you can sort of hear him like puff out and like get a smile, a smirk on his face. But is that not the way of survival? Like the stories you were just talking about in your camp here? Not investigating a woman lost in the woods out of suspicion and fear. Is it not intrinsic to one's own survival?
If I was interested in survival, I wouldn't have breached an Archfey's domain.
Very true, very true. He begins like taking some steps away, just sort of like pacing. Very true. That is applaudable. Truly, truly. Yes, indeed. There is more to one's life than one's own survival. And if you are properly faithful, you fear not death, for it is not the end. In a way, the Nevros understand that concept better than most provincials ever will.
How could they not? They live it every day.
Indeed. But as do provincials, whether they realize it or not.
We certainly should. We came from them, after all.
We've risen above them, you mean to say.
I think the memory of the lesson is more succinct when you have to bleed for it.
Indeed. Hunter King definitely instilled such into initial advances north. Oh well.
Will you be staying the night, Chaplain?
The
Or are you
night?
ready to leave?
No. It is day. It is better to travel in the day, even if I can see in the dark. There are other things I must be contended with. My work is not done. And what of all of you? Shall you travel through this smoky dawn? Or shall you rest? At the converse of my troops, it seems he looks at your guys' core NPCs. You were up all night.
Our watches are quite dutiful. That is a decision we'll have to make after some consideration.
As you say. As you say.
You know, Chaplain,
Yes.
Bishop gave me a vision as well.
Did they?
Indeed, they did. I would explain it to him and how it happened. How we
You begin just explaining how you got, who the people you met, you got the mask, and what you saw from its visions. And he crosses his arms and puts a hand to his chin. He's intensely paying attention to you. Is that so?
Indeed, it is.
This is really hard as a GM for me to decide. So I'll let the dice decide. Can you roll me your persuasion with advantage? You are free to use your commanding presence on this if you want to. I just don't know if you have dice left. I don't know.
Would we have had a short rest in this time?
As you guys are talking, I'll say yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'll just say it seems Sesser plays both sides of this conflict.
As Seshub is wont to do.
Oh, I
Redain.
don't know.
Damn, son.
24.
24. He looks across your company. Or the company you keep, rather. How much do you trust them? Be honest. In fact, he messages you telepathically. Be honest. Type to me how much you actually do trust everyone here for holding immensely confidential information.
Individually or
No, he's
collectively?
only asking Redane. He ain't asking all of you.
No, but I'm asking, is he asking individually or collectively? Because those could be two
All or
different
nothing.
answers.
All or nothing.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah.
Nah, I know.
Why do you think he made you roll and then you decide?
Well, the role is to even give this information in the first place. What the fuck are you guys? Oh, you guys are spamming healing. I say. I was like, what the fuck are all these rolls happening?
He said short rest, but it's like, health sounds nice.
Ah, yes, some of that juicy health.
What the fuck is a T-Rex with a sword?
Okay.
What?
Very well. Can you roll me your insight with advantage as well, Redan? If anyone wants to roll insight on the... Oh my... Alright. Alright.
I mean, sure, I'll throw an insight in there.
Just roll good.
So, Oriana knows jack shit.
Just roll bad. Just roll bad. Lol, just
If we had to balance it, I made it so the next one is not terrible. He says, well, the next one's
right.
terrible.
Yeah, you're right.
Look, I bet if Fred rolls now, he'll be fine.
Oh, you want to bet?
Oh, you want to bet? What are we betting here? You want to bet 5 copper?
There you go.
I love how confident you can be now, Fred, and just like, I'm not gonna roll good. Just watch! Like, even the dice are like, yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's right.
Shitty, right?
Just watch, man.
Yeah.
Snubble, don't
Read
get
it and weep.
We don't weep. I got one of every card, and it's like
This
a 2,
is
a 4, and a
finding
3.
this is finding humor
2, 4 to 7.
amidst sadness, truly.
Yep.
It's gallows
Just got to
humor
accept
with
all
dice.
You make your own silver lining.
You make your own silver lining, exactly. Redane, with that nat 20, when you brought up, it seems Sheshub likes playing multiple sides. Indeed, Sheshub does, and so does this chaplain.
Okay. I can see that.
If you do trust them, then, Redane, then allow me to speak truth. But before I do that, can I bring my men in here? Into the
Of course. We could even share a meal if you have the time.
I'm afraid time, no. But he does whistle, and then the troops begin walking in one by one, just sort of in an orderly, tactical column. Men.
I would just call out Rodra. It's best you be here as well.
She begins climbing down. She thought she was hidden up there. They knew she was up there the whole time.
Everyone passed by her. Ma'am.
Good day. Nice. Good to see you.
And this is some bullshit.
Are you like an elf or some other fucked up thing? Ma'am.
The chaplain goes over to his men, 2 columns of 9, and addresses them. Men, what I am about to disclose to the enemy side is confidential. But no, have faith in me. It is for the best in the end. Am I understood? They just click their heels and salute him. Very good. And do know that I can tell if any of you are lying, so speak your piece now. He stares intently at all of them, scanning glacially slow. Good. Where to begin? Well, you clearly know that we are operating here in the north. There are traps for miles. You have given us a good bit of heads-up time, and our trappers seem to require very little sleep even compared to some of the other Black Force. Think it is a blessing. Oh no, music. Oh, there we go. What else? The message. You know the one. The one that came from the skies.
Beware the skies in the north.
No. Beware the north and the skies.
Right.
If I remember correctly.
No, you're right.
Welcome to the north. Here is what you shall feel. So what does it leave? The skies. He looks up. The skies above. The one we are all doomed to be under for eternity. No. He looks at you all. The skies is a name, mes amis. It is a faction.
Is that right?
Where do you entertain me for a moment? Who do you believe they are? They are not us. So who do you believe they are? And why would I be telling you this information?
Because I might persuade us to take off rather than pursue onwards.
Do
Perhaps
you
we
still
already
believe
know
me
that.
so? You there? On, I believe your name was. Huh? Can you be so kind as to ready something hot to drink? I believe we might need it for a laughing conversation. He looks at you guys like, should I do what this guy's saying, or?
If you
Just
have
do
the strength,
the
you
rolling
will.
hand.
If not, I will do it for you.
I got the stuff. It's fine. He readies pouring some water out from his water skin and readying like a pot of like tea and stuff like that. And he goes over to the chaplain. Here, thank you very much. And you see the chaplain unlock and pull down their faceplate, giving you guys your first visage of them in like an actual face-to-face encounter. Not much is seen because the face visor isn't that big of a window, but it is a woman. Or at least that's what you see. And she takes his drink. Thank you. Male voice comes out, and Arn just like squints. Session fucking. He just walks away muttering himself. God damn, this session is. Takes another sip and puts the face plate back on, locks in place. So, from where do you believe the sky is here? Who do you think they are?
The mountains?
I will tell you the answer, but I just want to hear your observations.
Would it be something amongst mountains? Or is that too
question,
much of elevation?
Question, DM.
Yes.
When we had the egg with the lightning, did we realize it was Storm Giants at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
Because only they could deliver a message like that.
Yeah. I'm guessing.
Especially with the power of prophecy.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's a bunch of Storm Giants or something. Or at least a collection that houses giants of that kind.
Davin Bellamy nods. That would be a fair observation.
Sajar looks over at Redane, face visibly pale, and he just says, if we are fighting a fucking Dracolich, we are woefully underprepared.
What is a Dracolich?
The hell is a what now?
And D, you roll me your background information at a disadvantage. Let's see,
Why the
maybe
fuck
you'll just
could
roll
D
good.
roll that?
Just roll good twice, lol.
Ah, the first one was good too.
The first one was
Yeah.
good, yeah, what a shame. The name sounds like it pings something in your memory, but you can't remember where, when you heard it. Indeed is a Dracolich, yeah. Sorry.
She's a phylactrophy.
Yeah.
We learn it.
Oh, like Harry Potter.
Exactly. Where's the lightning scar?
One of
Where is it?
17.
So, I assume that is the observations. The skies, my friends. No? Go on.
Thinking about all the things we've seen, what would indicate something else? And why Secha would reveal this onto it makes sense. Worse so if it were dragons and giants together.
Could it be something interplanetary?
No, I'm afraid the evil is closer to home. The skies, my friends, are an elf faction.
Knew it sounded quite familiar.
They have been giving aid to us. Information being most critical of that. But I have reason to believe. Call it paranoia, call it my session faith guiding me. I have reason to believe that there is more to their aid than what meets the eye. We all know it, but I don't think we understand to the depths just yet. Bellamy turns to look at you, Oriana. You asked before, why? Why am I helping you? Why am I letting you go? Even though I could easily clean you off the face of the earth here and now. He looks to you, Redan. Indeed, Sesheb does like playing many a side. That's what all the faces are for. Consider it that. I do not know where the skies will take us. Perhaps to our ruin, perhaps to our glory. Perhaps they will find you, seek you out, and play you against us. I do not know. Again, I am not so great a chaplain that I have the power of prophecy yet, nor am I a storm giant. But it does concern me. It was very concerning to me when I saw that message. I am the most self-chaplain, and I am the liaison, the designated chaplain liaison from our force to the skies. So when I saw that message, it is wisdom, even if it finds well in my heart.
That would make sense. The stronger you are, the weaker the less West Levy will be to counteract you. The more the North can grow, the less stable the province.
There are many things at play here. Many. For the time being, I set my sights on what is in front of me and what can be done. And that is being done now. And there was one other thing to be done, hopefully by today's end, if I am lucky. But that doesn't regard you. Not currently. He turns to look at Lambert. Chaplain Lambert. From one chaplain to another. During this crusade, my own and yours, there will be times where being faithful will be painful. It will be enticing to derelict from your faith. And I do not mean this only to Lambert, but to all of you. That which you hold dear, sometimes you must suffer in the pursuit of it. He looks at Vaso, just as the Archfate did. In your dereliction, you have failed. So do not fail. That is this chaplain's counsel to all of you. He turns to you, Rudan. Meet us on the fields of battle or in the forest in guerrilla warfare. Do whatever wish you do. We will meet you with our full efforts. Perhaps we are playing to some elven machination, but you see us again that you can't see it, but you can feel it. That smirk under the mask. But I am rather fond of throwing a wrench into such plans.